Okay, sorry. I think this is better. I was trying to like figure out some like comfy way for me to continue to stay in bed, but kind of get to the point of like what I was trying to say. So, okay, so um, there are people who are in meaningful relationships. Okay, they are in meaningful relationships right now, and I think I just keep seeing a bunch of talk. Well, I don't follow many people. Like, I feel like I follow people who are in healthy places. Which is another reason I wanted to show you guys what an unhealthy place looked like for me. But I also, and to go back for a second, if you have been here from kind of, I don't want to say the beginning of this channel was actually pretty decent, but I will say in like 2021, maybe the beginning of like 2022, it was pretty, well, actually all of 2021 was pretty wild. Um, but yeah, the beginning of 2022 was also just like nuts. And sometimes the environment that you're in is just so toxic. Like I keep saying this, but I want you guys to like actualize what this feels like I had four stalkers and a crackhead who would like follow me around the places I was going, and they were making my life miserable. It was causing me an extreme amount of anxiety. There's also jobs that I had that were awful. Those jobs were causing me anxiety. There's a relationship I was trying to like get over and get out of that was causing me a lot of stress, like a lot of stress. Those are external factors that will stress you the fuck out and will actually ruin your life. If that is the case for you, you have to take responsibility for yourself and remove yourself from that situation. Like, you have to, because that's the only way that you will survive. I wanted to turn on the camera as I was going through that thought process, those emotions, so that you guys could understand how I was processing, because I realized that even though I might not be like that far along in my therapy journey, relatively speaking, like I know people who've had a lot more therapy than me. I realized that my 3,200 hours is more than some of you have gotten. And so I still want to be a resource to kind of like talk to you as a person who's like, I'm not just like totally damaged. Like, I definitely am on the process of recovery. So, anyway, the point that I'm saying is like, okay, so maybe I wanted to also talk to you. Well, what? Okay, let's. So what I'm trying to say is what I see right now and what I'm surrounded by are healthy relationships. Um, People who are going out every night, really, Monday through Sunday, but also some people just go on the weekends, maybe once on Saturday. And these are couples, these are families who are spending, like, if it's like a family of like, we've had a couple of these. There's a family of like six or something. They'll easily spend like $700 just on Sunday on dinner. And not everyone is like a super, like, these are working class people, but they just go out just to talk for 2 hours about, like, to check in, right? To talk about life, to celebrate some accomplishment. And it makes sense. A birthday, like, one of the grandparents' birthday, an anniversary. But the thing that I think is really interesting and cool is that there's like young people who are actually dating. Like, seriously. Like, these are people who are, maybe fresh out of college, a female and a male who are having dinner, like a 2.5 hour dinner, and dropping $250 on wine, dinner, and talking and actually getting to know each other. Like, chivalry is not dead. Dudes are picking up these checks, okay? And women are there having the meals. And like, when I was in the Bay Area, the dudes were calling this sneeting. Like, they made a whole term for it. And it was just like, this is normal. Guys paying for dinner and you eating the dinner at a table at a restaurant is like normal. I'm not even trying to be funny here, but I think the homosexual, faggotore, weirdo niggers from the Bay Area have ruined everything for so many people. Like, it's like even doing like really basic shit is like not normal. Like, going to coffee with a friend, a dude, is a normal. Okay, having breakfast with a, a friend, a guy, a girl, whoever, is a normal thing to do. And so I just want to say this, and it's something that I guess I learned last year in a really tough way, but like shit was like falling apart in a major way, and I couldn't figure out why, because I'm just not that fucked up. Like, I know how to take care of myself. So the fact that there was some confusion from other people as to why I couldn't take care of myself, like, I struggled severely with like societal issues and race and class issues, but in a way, like, it just hit me personally so hard. And I think it's because I realized that for so many other people, they were trying to learn from my experience, like unpacking my experience to try to compare it to their own. It doesn't make any sense to do that though, because I'm an individual and my lived experience is just so different from other people's. But okay, moving on from that. Um, it's okay. I think women need to start dating themselves. Go be Chloe for a minute and tell dudes to treat you like you treat you. For real. Like, one thing that I have on my calendar that never changes, every single day I have blocks, right? So it's like from 7 to 8 it says breakfast. From, I think it's like 12 to 1, lunch. From, I think it's like 8 to 9, dinner. Those are hour blocks every single day that don't change. There's other things like wash your face, brush your teeth, you know. And there's like other little errands that I have to run every day. And then obviously I have to go to work, which is also like the same time every day. And then getting ready for work. But I've created this schedule for myself. That's the schedule. That's how it goes. Now, obviously, there's 24 hours in every day. So everything that's not on the schedule and all the hours in between, I have the ability to just do other shit. And just by being alive, new things are going to happen each day. Just by being alive. So, yeah, but and I keep saying this, but like women, men, everybody's like on a schedule. Okay. And like things are happening. People are having families, people are getting married, people are, all of the things that you are, maybe you don't see happening as frequently, or people are doing all these things, oh, pretty privilege, social class, blah 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 blah, whatever. No matter like what your assumption is, like, oh, I hear this a lot too, which is so strange. People are like, oh, these people are on the wrong side of the tracks. And then I don't even know what that means. Like, you, wherever you live, whatever your zip code is, you have the ability to create a schedule for yourself, and you can live ethically if you so choose. Like, despite what everyone else around you is doing. Like, you can literally just be like, great, I'm not going to do what that other person did. Or even more than that, be really intentional about the things that you are doing. If you are extremely intentional about the things that you are doing, then just only focus your time on that, because it's your life. And I think if you're a woman, besides breakfast, lunch, and dinner, wherever you're currently living, you shouldn't do anything that isn't bringing you in money. But also realize that everything you do should cost money. Nothing is free. So I think if you kind of live by those rules, you will, force yourself to have some sort of money management or budget, because you will realize, like, if I want to go get coffee, I have to have money for coffee. So you need to have a job. You need to manage a budget. You need to understand banking in some way so that you can go buy the coffee. You might have to take an Uber to get the coffee, take the bus or something. So you need to figure out how to use public transit, right? But all of that shit that you're doing, it just doesn't have anything to do with like your parents, really anyone else. And the other thing too that I think is interesting, I think women, especially black women, have to learn to forgive themselves. Like, forgive yourself for doing shit that you didn't know better to do. Like, if you made some mistake, you're like, oh, I shouldn't have dated that guy. Oh, I shouldn't have ate that meal. Oh, I shouldn't have, blah, whatever the thing is that you did. Girl, you did it. There's a lot of women, men, puppies, whatever, who've made the same mistake that you have, and we've all moved the fuck on. Okay, move on. Give yourself some fucking grace and, like, move on. Like, for real. Like, move forward. It's okay. It's okay. You can move forward. We will all, well, not we will. I feel like most of the people who are creating content, especially these like long form content videos on YouTube, like we understand what it's like to be scrutinized, cancel culture, all the shit, to have the hate comments, all type of shit where people are like, "We hate you. We hope you die." So you'll be like, "Damn, I didn't even do nothing to you. I don't even know you." Like, how do you have these strong feelings about me when I don't even know who you are? Loser, stalker, weirdo, incels. That is who will be in your comments saying shit, and other hating hoes, awful bitches who just love to chat about you for no reason. All of those things they continue to hit my doorstep. And all I can say is, like, you as an individual will get to a point in your life where you realize that, like, you have your 24 hours in the day and you got to make yours count for you. And that doesn't mean taking if you're doing something where you're stepping on the neck of another person, get your foot off the other person's neck. Like, don't belittle other people and steal shit from other people, because that actually isn't going to help you. The karmic retribution that comes from that weirdo shit is just so toxic. It's so, like, don't be a person who does that. I hate when people do that. You can literally just go ethically earn the things that you need for your own personal growth, survival, and ability to thrive. And you can do it without harming any other person. You truly and honestly can. Like, that's a real experience. So